A very good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to the English lecture where I'll be discussing about the topic pronouns. To have a good grip over language, it is very essential that you are well gripped with grammar. And in grammar, parts of speech are really very important. We have already covered nouns, adjectives, and determiners, and now we are proceeding towards the topic pronoun. But before we start with this topic, I want all of you to pay attention to the fact that we have started scheduling the class tests for revision. These tests are going to be helpful for you to perform well in your unit test exams. If you take these tests seriously and do well, it is going to boost up your confidence that surely you're going to do well in the first unit test of this new session. So do work hard for your tests and prepare well. Okay dear, so now let's start with the topic pronouns. Today we'll be discussing the topic pronouns. Now what is a pronoun? A pronoun is used in place of a noun. We rely on them in our writing in order to avoid being repetitious. Nouns and pronouns serve the same function in our language. That is person, place, thing or idea. Say for example, I am talking about a student named Mohan and I tell you that Mohan is very intelligent. Mohan stands first in the class. Mohan's best friend is Rohit. So 3 sentences I have said, and in all the 3 sentences I have used the name Mohan. Rather than talking about Mohan every time, instead of that I can use he. For example, I can say Mohan is very intelligent. His best friend is Rohit. He stands first in the class. So now he out here refers to whom? It refers to Mohan. Thus we come to know that pronouns are the words that are used in place of nouns. So what kind of words are there? Let's see. It is I, me, she, we, they, who, that, yours, his, her, etc. There are different types of pronouns. Let's start with the first one, that is personal pronoun. It is defined as a pronoun that refers to a particular person or a group or a thing. Here are some personal pronouns. The examples of personal pronouns are I, me, mine, we, us, etc. When we use the personal pronouns, like we will categorize them into first of all singular and plural as per the number. Then we categorize them into person, first person, second person, third person. Then as for the gender, we classify them into male, female and neuter gender. So what are personal pronouns and how they are being used? In sentences where personal pronoun acts as a subject in first person, whether we are talking about a male or we are talking about a female, in the subject we use I and as object the word becomes me. In second person, singular, whether it is a male or a female, we use you as the subject as well as the object. In the third person, when we are talking about the male specifically, singular male, so singular male will be referred as he and as an object it will be referred as him. As female third person singular, it will be referred as she and as an object it would be her. In neuter gender third person singular form, we use it for subject as well as the object. When we are talking about plural, in plural first person, male or female, we use the word we as subject and us as object. In second person, we use you. Even in the object, we use the word you in plural form. third person, we use male, female, neuter. We use the word they as subject and them as object. Let us see some examples. She wants to come along with us. So she is used in the subject, singular, female, and us is used as plural and as an object. I am going to sleep early so you can watch television. I out here is your subject, it is a personal pronoun, and you is used as a third person. I, she, you, he, we, us, they, it. All these are examples of your personal pronouns. Personal pronouns can be further classified as subjective, objective, possessive, and reflexive. In the possessive personal pronoun, we use words like mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, theirs. For example, this car is mine. Out here, possessive personal pronouns, what do they use? They use words that show the possession, the ownership of a person. Next we have reflexive personal pronoun. It is used to refer back the action to the subject of the sentence. For example, Mary looked at herself in the mirror. The word herself is being used for Mary. And Mary is a noun, it is a subject, so we come to know that this herself being used as personal pronoun gets reflected back to Mary. And what are the other words which can be used as personal pronouns? They are myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Next, subjective personal pronoun. You can see the examples I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. All these words are examples of your subjective personal pronouns because they act as the subject of the sentence. Just for example, you have she is a teacher, we are the champions. So out here, she and we both are being used as subjects and they will be treated as subject personal pronoun. Next is objective personal pronoun. When we are using the pronouns to indicate action is taking place, that time we will refer it as an object personal pronoun. It indicates us the pronoun is acting as an object. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. These are all examples of objective personal pronouns. Charles told him the truth. She bought them a lot of food. So them and him are being used as objects here and therefore they are objective personal pronoun. And she is being used as a subjective personal pronoun. Next we have the possessive pronouns. You can see the picture, a man is holding so many things in his arms, right? So possessive pronouns show the ownership and they can be singular as well as plural. Singular possessive pronouns take the place of a possessive noun and they show who or what owns something. My, your, his and her are singular possessive nouns. For example, when I say this is my book, so my shows possessiveness. Your book is very big. Your book is very nice. So your out here is showing the possessiveness, that who is the owner of the book? It is your. So next we have possessive pronouns that are plural. A plural possessive pronoun shows who or what owns things. Its, our, your and their are plural possessive pronouns. Say for example, when you say this book is ours, or this room is ours. Say for example, you and your brother are sharing a room, and then you say this room is ours. So the ownership, we come to know that it belongs to two people, and you say that it is ours. So ours is an example then. Next we have reflexive pronoun. Reflect the action of the verb back to a noun or pronoun in the sentence, formed by adding self or selves as appropriate to the personal pronoun. Let's say the examples. I cut myself while shaving. You are losing yourself in your work. The boys saw themselves as the heroes. Now you will notice the underlined words myself, yourself, themselves. They are referring to the subjects. In the first sentence, myself is referring to I. Yourself is referring to you in the second sentence, and themselves out here refers to the boys. That is the subject of this particular sentence. So we see that reflexive pronouns reflect back to the subject of the sentence. Intensive pronoun, used for emphasis to strengthen the subject. It is also formed by adding self or selves. But what is the purpose of this pronoun? Out here, the purpose of this pronoun is to lay emphasis, to emphasize on something, to seek attention to a particular point. For example, he himself was as angelic as a saint. We could have said the sentence, he was as angelic as a saint. Why have we used himself out here? Because we want to highlight the fact that he himself was as angelic as a saint. So we have used immediately after the pronoun he, we have used himself. The table itself was worth more than all the 12 chairs. We could have said the table was worth more than all the 12 chairs, but we want to highlight that the value of table is much more. So we have used the table itself, and itself out here refers to the noun, the subject, the table. Next we have demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are used for pointing out people, places and things. They are broadly this, that, these, those. This and that are used in the singular cases, and these and those are used in plural. Next we have interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are the words which are used for asking question. For example, who is used to ask about people. Who is the boy wearing the green shirt? Next, what? What is used to ask for information. What is Amri doing now? What is your ambition? What have you collected? So the what out here is an example of interrogative pronoun. Indefinite pronouns. An indefinite pronoun is a pronoun that does not refer to a particular person, place or thing. Does anyone know the story of Midas? Most indefinite pronouns are either singular or plural. See, when we use words like anyone, someone, anybody, these are not specific. We don't refer it to a particular person. We don't know whether that person is masculine or feminine gender. So these are commonly and generally used terms. We will see some more examples. When we use the word another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, much, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, somebody, someone, something, both, few, many, others, several. When we use these terms, we do not specify about whom we are talking. Are we talking about a man, a group of men? We are talking about girls, group of girls. We do not specify. It is used in general. Somebody could be anyone. It could be a male, it could be a female, right? So these kind of pronouns are examples of your indefinite pronouns. Last one we have relative pronoun. The relative pronouns are those words which help us to join two sentences by replacing another one. Now in relative pronoun you can see the example, I was invited by the professor whom I met at the conference. There were two sentences. I was invited by the professor whom I had met at the conference. I'm referring to which professor? I'm referring to the professor whom I had met at the conference. So I have added both the sentences by the word whom. I was invited by the professor whom I met at the conference. And the word whom out here is referring to the word the professor, the noun the professor. And it is also helping me join both the sentences. So this becomes an example of relative pronoun. Next example, let's see. I don't like the table. It stands in the kitchen, or we can say the table stands in the kitchen. So two sentences are there. I don't like the table and the table stands in the kitchen. Rather than using the table again and again, I have joined it by using that. I don't like the table that stands in the kitchen. Let's take one more example by using which. He couldn't read. It surprised me. So I have added both the sentences. He couldn't read, which surprised me. Next, who. I told you about the woman. The woman lives next door. So instead of repeating the word the woman, I have used the word who out here, and who refers to the woman. I told you about the woman who lives next door, and we have completed our sentence by joining it. Whose. Do you know the boy whose mother is a nurse? So two sentences are there. Do you know the boy? And the second sentence is the boy's mother is a nurse, and I have joined them both. Rather than repeating the word the boy, I have written, do you know the boy whose mother is a nurse? So this was all about your topic pronouns. I hope you have understood it well. In case of any query, we'll be discussing in detail in our online classes. Stay home, stay safe. God bless you all, dear children.